So, continuing as far as, with Melchizedek, because he's a man that just appears. So, and he's also the father of faith. So he just appears with no genealogy. So many lays down with whom they descend from. Yet this man knew God and was a priest and a king. With checks and balances, that was not allowed after him. He just appears. He blessed Abraham after returning from a victorious battle, and that's Genesis, or with Abraham return after a victorious battle. Genesis 14 is where, he intercedes for Lot to rescue Lot. He brings bread and wine. So there's 3 scriptures that carry scriptural weight and reveals something of eternity about divine authority in the plan of redemption that goes beyond time. He's part of the mystery God wanted to preserve. So, when he came and brought bread and wine with Abraham, bread and wine is a symbol of peace, a covenant, and communion. And he didn't come with deceptive plans, but with a blessing. It is more blessed to give than receive. Hebrews 7:7. So Melchizedek, he was the king of Salem, the king of city of peace, or the king of peace, which is Shalom. King and priest, Elion, priest of the Most High God, a man chosen by God. And to be chosen, you can claim it, but sometimes it's not. Some are chosen for judgment. God's sovereign. But being chosen isn't always a good thing. So authority given by the Most High God, he shows his blessing of Abraham was won by divine sovereignty. King of Salem, king of peace. Shalom is complete peace that comes from being in harmony with God, a peace that restores and heals and that reconciles, not destroy. If they speak peace, but their actions show war is in their heart, they're the ones who are given as a judgment for a time. So the priest of the Most High God means he does not serve local idols or tribunal duties by God who is above gods, supreme creator. In the Old Testament, no other priest and king, none were priest and king, and they were divided by divine decree, the checks and balances. So Judah was kings, and Levites were priests, and mixing them was forbidden. Melchizedek was before the dividing. Ancient of Days. And they're trying to do this again, and that's not good. God's sovereignty passed that line of boundaries that was placed. But in the end, he said he would give them over to what they wanted. And they're going to find out it's not exactly what they thought. So types and shadow of Jesus is Melchizedek. His placement was based on faith and divine calling. It was before Moses and Sinai event, the structure that still continues today. The word promises we know the end of the age by the beginning. So the Ancient of Days, spiritual reality, and God has a greater plan. Hebrews 7:3. Melchizedek is without father, without mother, without genealogy, no beginning, no end, written, made like the Son of God, and remains a priest forever. And Jesus said, "Who is my mother? Who is my brother?" And that's Matthew 12:48-50. And before Abraham was, I am, ego eimi, which is John 8:58. The silence of no beginning or no end represents a priesthood that does not end. He always was. So God's promise in Psalm 110:4, the divine oath, the bow. The Lord has sworn and will not change his mind. You are a priest forever in the order of Melchizedek. Nothing else is said until the book of Hebrews, or it was explained to the Jews of old that knew about the Levitical priests that came from the tribe of Levi, but was familiar with the Old Testament order of Melchizedek, introducing Jesus, not a priest of Aaron, but of Melchizedek. Remember in the Beatitudes of the peacemakers, the sons of God, the children of God. So Hebrews 7:20-21 emphasizes the oath. In Romans 8:34, who then is the one who condemns? No one. The one holding a right stone has a new name: love and peace. They won't cast that stone. And Jesus wrote their names in the sand. It's in the book of Jeremiah, because they're the dust of the earth. So types and shadows with fulfillment. Melchizedek and Jesus, this King of Peace, Prince of Peace, the priest of the Most High God, High Priest who intercedes, brought bread and wine to Abraham, communion with bread and wine, really blesses Abraham. Jesus promised the seed of Abraham through whom all nations would be blessed. So had no genealogy, and Jesus existed from eternity. Appears with no record of death. Jesus resurrected and lives forever. Priesthood perpetual, priesthood eternal. King and priest, the King of Kings and the eternal High Priest, so Lord of Lords. Blessed Abraham after the battle victory. Jesus blesses us after victory in his cross and receives tithes. He receives worship and devotion. So Jesus, full of love of mercy, a dove descended upon him, doves of peace, the peace, or King of Peace, the order of Melchizedek. And divine love is Jesus, banners of love, and we have known and believed the love that God hath to us. God is love, and he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in God, and God in him. And that's like when Jesus told him, when you've seen me, you've seen the Father. It's why the women were drawn to him. He was full of love, a motherly love. So the dove descending upon him, he will come as he left. The order of Melchizedek. It's not by the tribe of Levi of old. It's a gift of God, the Father of faith. Just as Abraham pleased God by his faith. What was, what is, and what's to come. And we're in the what's to come. And revealing happens before it's established.